Hey guys, it's my guy Tapir back at it again with a brand new video. And yeah, Minneapolis was last week. It was fun. I had fun. I got some stickers. Partied hard. It was great. I saw some Pikachus, like 4 people in inflatable Pikachu costumes, kind of like play fighting. That was fun. That was hilarious. In the meantime, while they were fighting, This Is America by Childish Gambino was playing in the background. A Rick and Morty cosplayer cosplaying Rick came in, tried to get him, hey, stop fighting Pikachus. And the Pikachus were like, no, fuck you. And then they started fighting him, so that was fun. But on the topic of conventions, I have decided... Well, I haven't decided. I knew I was going to make this video sooner or later, but I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to make a video on the creepy dude at a convention. It was, I want to say last year. Yeah, not like this previous anime detour, but the one before it. My sister, some friends, and some people we met on Instagram hosted a Hetalia Panel, because I am still Hetalia garbage. But yeah, we hosted a Hetalia Panel. It was me, my sister, a friend, some other people. Yeah, we hosted a Hetalia Panel. There was me as Prussia, my sister as... I can't honestly remember. But yeah, it was me, my sister, our friend Lainey, who I've talked about in the previous video, who's boring as hell. Okay, yeah, so it was us, some other chick as, female England, and we had a Denmark and a Norway. And they're both cute, they're both very sweet, all of them are very kind, very sweet, very gentle people. But the Denmark and the Norway, at the time, were, I want to say, either 16 or 17. Point is, they were underage. They were under the age of they were under the age of majority in, the United States. Point is, doesn't matter who they're cosplaying, just matters they're underage, and it was weird, and it was gonna be okay. We decided, hey, it's fine. We'll, say at the beginning, hey, panelists reserve the right to refuse dares or questions from the audience. And I clarified that as some of the panelists are in fact underage, and I motioned to the, 2 of them that were underage. They were the only 2 to my left, so I motioned to my left. So, yeah, did that. Things were going good. Things were going on well, without a hitch. Things were okay. We were answering questions, doing truths, doing dares, talking to each other, playing off one another. It was great. This wasn't an 18-plus panel, of course, It's just a normal, come as you are, children are allowed panel. No swearing, no naughty words, no, no euphemisms for things, and if they were very heavily veiled euphemisms. So, we were just hanging out, just partying hard. I was drinking a water, and, I noticed there was this dude who'd been participating a lot. I don't want to judge. I don't like judging people, but he had no teeth. He had absolutely no teeth. He just, gave off this aura of, this weird menacing aura about him. He had no teeth. He was menacing looking. He was cosplaying Corella DeVille. He was bone thin. It was terrifying. But he kept participating, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. Participation is, key in this kind of panel, so I didn't really mind much. Until he, looked directly at one of the, little young ones, the, 16-year-old, and was like, I want that one to give an audience member a lap dance. And, I don't know how the youngsters felt about this. They were probably like, haha, just a fun little joke, and I had to, or England butted in and say, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Please do not ask questions like that, especially towards those two. And, there were children in the audience, younger than about 12, I think, but there were youths in the audience as well. And, they seemed like, haha, this is fun, but we need to talk about how that is a serious problem. I've already stated they are minors, and, this is a PG panel, it's not a big, oh, I'm gonna get naked and do a twerk. No, it's not that kind of panel. It's just a fun little thing where we're just, shitting around, talking, hanging out, just partying hard together. And this dude, I'm positive he was being serious. I don't know how to phrase it, but I don't know how to explain myself, but I was positive he was being serious. So I said, hey, please don't do that. Please don't ask that. Whatever. And we moved on. We ignored him. We moved on. We didn't take many more questions from him, unless it was just we pointed to someone near him and he thought, oh, it's me, I'm going to ask my stupid ass question. But that's generally how that went. And, there's no big dramatic conclusion where he does something absolutely abhorrent, even though he already has done terrible things. But there's no dramatic conclusion about him doing anything absolutely abhorrent. It's just, he sat there, he looked at a minor, he knew that person was a minor, he asked something sexual of the minor, and didn't see any issue with it. Later, after the panel, I was informed that our England did in fact alert convention staff, and they were going to be cautious of him. But, I did see him at other panels, and I did see him around the convention, so, how cautious could you have been at that point? I just feel like the convention staff really didn't take it seriously, since it was just a verbal thing. But, there's not really much you can do at that point, other than just be like, oh yeah, we'll be a little careful around him, but that's about all you can do in that situation, and it really sucks, especially since, we didn't have the guy's name. We were, at the front of the room, and he was towards the middle, so we couldn't get a good look at his face, so we couldn't really describe him. And, we could describe his cosplay, but odds are he's not going to be wearing that cosplay, later that night for the rave, so there's really not much we could have done. And I know it's, weirdly dramatic, but, I'm just really glad, he didn't pull those kids aside afterwards. I'm really glad they didn't see him for the rest of the weekend. I saw him at, the hotel we were staying at across the street from the convention hotel. But, I'm glad the kids didn't see him later after that. I'm glad he, from my knowledge, didn't try anything with those kids. But, that just really goes to show you, hey, be careful at conventions, because who knows what the fuck is gonna happen. Anyway, that's it for this week's video. More is coming in the future. If you want to see more convention storytime videos, comment down below what you want to see next. Because, I got stories. I'm also probably going to be, making props for an upcoming cosplay. So if you want to see some videos of me making those, be sure to comment and subscribe if you're interested. Deuces.